Well, this Thursday, the 103rd PGA Championship will take place on the Ocean Course at Kiowa. And this course will be the longest PGA Championship or major played, playing at 7,876 yards. Joining me today to break down the PGA Championship is Marty Wheaton from Wheaton Golf Services. Marty, thanks for taking this time. Now, first things first, this course is so long. How will that affect the field this weekend?
I know the golf course probably won't play that long just with it being so hard and fast, but definitely one of the hardest, if not the hardest golf course on the planet. I think it's going to eliminate a lot of the field that don't necessarily hit it that long. You're just going to be behind the 8 ball if you're not hitting the long ball. And I'm looking at Gary Woodland this week as one of my picks, a strong player in tough conditions. A former U.S. Open champion and also a long ball hitter for sure.
And not only is it a long course, it's also going to be a windy one here. Now, guys like Bryson DeChambeau, who can nail it, you know, he's not always the most accurate guy when it comes to hitting fairways. How do you think the wind will affect someone like him?
Yeah, for sure. If the wind blows there, it's going to make it a extremely difficult golf course. It looked like the forecast was pretty good. I think which is encouraging to a lot of the players that don't bomb it off the tee. Certainly in windy conditions, you have to control your ball. And I think Bryson's more than capable of doing it. We'll just see how he plays this week.
Now, Marty, there's a lot of different storylines coming into this weekend. I mean, you know, you look back at 2012, this is where Rory Mcilroy really exploded for his career. And as well, you know, another storyline, one that I personally like a little more, Jordan Spieth is going for his career Grand Slam. For a guy like Jordan Spieth, do you think this is possible this weekend?
Well, he's certainly trending in the right direction. It seems like almost every week you see Jordan Spieth near the top of the leaderboard like he used to. And I think with closing the deal here recently as well, that his chances are just as good, if not better, than anybody else in the field.
And with that win, like we already mentioned, I mean, somebody like Spieth, his short game, just as good as anybody else's on the PGA Tour right now, will really come in handy.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, if it's going to be windy conditions playing long, you're not hitting a ton of greens. You're going to have to rely on that short game. And Jordan Spieth, one of the best in the world.
Now, Marty, you already mentioned Gary Woodland. Is there anybody else you like coming in this weekend to win?
Yeah, Rory Mcilroy, especially with him kind of in the dumpster and then all of a sudden coming out with a win recently as well. He's just the guy that has another level. If he's playing to the top of his game, he just leaves everybody else in the dust. And I don't see many players like that in the field with the other gear. So Rory Mcilroy for sure.
And of course, Rory brings in that finesse, but he's also a long bomb hitter. So great pick there. Marty, I'm going to have to go with Cameron Smith for myself. I mean, he's been right there for a handful of majors as of late. Plus, from 10 to 30 yards off of the green, he's one of the best top 10 on the PGA Tour. So it's hard to argue with those kind of stats. Marty, thank you very much for taking this time and joining me. It should be an exciting weekend.